the environment in which we live literally affects everything from our mood, our motivation, our goal setting, our effort into anything. It has more of an effect on you than you might think. And when it comes to things like the seasons changing, it often comes as a surprise every year how much, the temperature dropping and the days getting shorter, how much that can affect our mental health and honestly our health in general. I mean, I got sick, which is why I didn't upload last week. I guess I still could have uploaded because I'm still a little sick right now, but I used it as an excuse, which is not good of me. But yeah, we are just physically, mentally, emotionally weaker, and thus we can more likely fall into old patterns. And so, how do we deal with this? How do we try and control something that we are affected by that we cannot control? I don't know if that made sense, but you get what I'm saying. How can we control how can we still have control of our health and our bodies and our minds while we cannot control our environment? It's a hard one, and I've been dealing with it as well. I feel like the past few videos kind of relate to this topic. My last video was about having grace for yourself, and the one before that was how to welcome change, and those are definitely very topical to what I'm speaking about now and very relevant because, at the base of it, you have to have more grace for yourself than you usually want to because you're going to slip back more than you want to, or at least I know I have. And it's just about forgiving yourself and understanding that there are reasons outside of our control that contribute to feeling negatively or being sad or feeling lonely. I think that's a big one. I don't know. It's so much easier to feel lonely when it's cold outside, and I don't know. I've always envied places where it doesn't get cold out, just because of how much it has had an effect on me throughout my life. Because I feel like literally every winter it just drops, and I'm trying to be better about it this year, and have been doing that is I've been trying my best to stick to a routine and staying on my practices even if it's harder than usual, like journaling, meditating in the morning. I say that all the time, but it's even harder to do now when we just want to hibernate and sleep for as long as we can. I've slacked a little bit on it, but I'm trying to get back because I know that it makes such a difference. And I'm sorry if my voice sounds kind of a bit different because I was sick. Still getting over it. But yeah, I've also been trying to focus on gratitude as much as I can, and focus on the things that I do have to be grateful for, because it's just imperative to like happiness in general, but especially now when it's harder to stay happy. But yeah, seasonal depression is real, and I hope you're taking care of yourself right now. Yeah, I think a big thing is just loving yourself even more than you think you have to. And it sucks because it's like it's easier to love yourself when you're feeling good, when it's summertime and like you can just go outside and go for a walk. Whereas like right now, I would not want to go outside and go for a walk for my mental health. Even though I know being outside in general is good for you, it just doesn't feel good for my body and my mind. But yeah, also trying to eat better and stay active, keeping my body moving, keeping my body warm through movement is very important, because it's so easy to, like I said, to hibernate and stay in bed forever, or I don't know, go outside and just freeze and let your body stay in that frozen state the whole day, if that makes sense. But yeah, I also for some reason associate this time with like loss and heartbreak. Not for any particular reason that I can think of, but it's so much easier. I don't know. I think it's also like we go through a mourning of like summer and fall, if that makes sense. Or maybe I do. Maybe I'm just being dramatic as hell. That I'm like mourning the weather and the seasons. And I'm not saying I'm trying not to be so pessimistic about the winter, because there are beautiful things about winter. It's like we get winter break and we get time to slow down. We get the holidays that we get to spend with family, and we get, I don't know, beautiful things like snow and decorations and all that. And I don't want to take that for granted. I think that's another thing, is that you can romanticize winter as well. I just probably haven't been taking the necessary steps, but I know that's the thing that works for people. Oh my god, that was disgusting. I'm so sorry. Oh my god, can I even post this? Yes, I can. Whoa, that was so gross. I don't care. I can't care at this moment. That's another thing. It's so much easier for things to get to me while I'm weak like this, physically and emotionally, because obviously I'm emotionally weak, but clearly, as you can hear, I'm physically weak because of sickness and whatnot. But yeah, we're just more sensitive around this time, and that's just something that we have to accept as a collective. But yeah, that's why it's easier to feel heartbreak around this time over whatever is causing you heartbreak or heartache, any of that. But yeah, I think, yeah, self-love looks so different in the winter than it does in the summer, I've noticed. And so going forward, I think I want to try and like, romanticize being alone and like cuddling in my bed by myself with like a cup of tea and a good show or movie, and not feeling guilty about it, because I mean, I am doing this stuff. I have binge watched a lot. I've been binge watching Gossip Girl recently, and it's insane. But I felt really guilty about it. But I'm like, why do I feel guilty about it? I don't have to. I just went through a really difficult semester, and I'm finished, and I should be able to get lost in a teenage drama show. But yeah, I guess just be kinder to yourself. I don't know, man. I don't know if this is the video, but I took it. Well, I hope you're kinder to yourself. I hope you learned something from this, and yeah, we must change with the seasons, or else we're bound to be left behind. But yeah, I love you. Hope you're doing well, and I'll see you soon.